Well, we're all so busy during the holiday season, it is easy to let that become a distraction behind the wheel. But tonight, one Minnesota woman has a special message for all of us about the impact of distracted driving. In tonight's Great Hang-Up story, KARE 11's Trisha Volpe has the inspiring story of a victim who has found a new mission in life.
You've heard it before. It only takes a moment, and everything can change.
It's been hard. It's been very hard.
For Jean Johnson, someone else's momentary distraction led to her long and courageous story of recovery.
How long do you have?
More than 4 years ago, Jean was the passenger in her friend's car. On a rural road near St. Cloud, a driver T-boned them, ran a stop sign at 60 miles per hour. Authorities said the driver who hit them was distracted by her 2 small children and took her eyes off the road. Jean's friend was killed, and in that instant, Jean's life changed.
The only thing that I do remember is babysitting my niece and my nephew that day. Next thing I knew, I woke up at HCMC.
Surgeons repaired Jean's torn aorta, but the lasting impact is not in her heart, but in her head. Jean lives with a traumatic brain injury.
You think of that impact, 60 miles an hour, and your brain is like jello inside of the bones, basically.
The brain injury made it impossible for Jean to continue working, and she can't enjoy the things she used to, like traveling, living without physical pain. But despite all that, Jean is determined to prevent what happened to her from happening to anyone else.
I'm not a quitter kind of person. I just keep going and make the best of what I have. My presentation, I call it Jean's Journey, because it is a journey.
We caught up with Jean at Annandale High School. Jean talked to this driver's ed class about the dangers of distracted driving, the crash, and the impact.
It is a very important thing when you get in that car to remember that it's not just about you in that car. You are responsible for everyone around you.
For these kids, texting or talking on cell phones while driving is the biggest problem.
Hearing all that use with cell phone, I'm pretty much going to shut it off or just leave it on silent, far away from me where I can't reach it.
According to the Brain Injury Association of Minnesota, car crashes are the second leading cause of brain injury. And crash investigators will tell you that distracted driving causes most crashes. And cell phone use among young people is one of the leading distractions. While Jean Johnson can't remember the crash that nearly killed her, she hopes the young people she speaks to don't forget her visit. And based on the notes they write to her, they likely won't.
After hearing this story, I will be a very safe and smart driver. This has been an amazing class for me to get this kind of a response like I did. This is good. This is, to me, tells me I am doing what I am supposed to be doing. I am where I'm supposed to be.
For the KARE 11 News Extra, I'm Trisha Volpe.
Well, according to the Brain Injury Association of Minnesota, the annual incidence of traumatic brain injury is 6 times the combined annual incidence of breast cancer, HIV/AIDS, and multiple sclerosis. To learn more about KARE 11's campaign to prevent distracted driving, the Great Hang-Up, go to KARE11.com and then click on Health. Also, KARE 11